Hello and welcome back to everyone's favorite podcast, the Panthers Podcast. And yes, this room is a little bit crowded today, a lot of familiar faces, and we're going to go around the room and introduce everyone. But I'm your host, Rob Taramina. This is the Panthers Podcast, and this is the brains, actually, behind NAA. And some of them are, is there actually someone hidden behind me? Oh my gosh, am I that big? The chungus is that big? My goodness, that's embarrassing. But yeah, so this is the board of NAA, the brains behind everything, and this crew, including actually our committee leaders. I don't want to leave them out of this because they're very, very important. They're integral to the success of NAA. But we've been meeting on a regular basis over the past, month or so more, right? Because a lot of work goes into making sure that the spring league that your kids get to participate in is great, right? But it just doesn't happen overnight. There's a lot of work goes into it. And so today we're going to be introducing some of the new board members. We're going to be talking about opening day and also the very special topic, the 50th anniversary. So let's start off by going around the room. This is you guys love being on camera, right? Look at how incredible. It's like a deer in headlights right now, people. Let's see which one of these don't belong here. All right. So let's start on the other side over there, and let's just start with Ralph. You guys can go around. Introduce yourself.
Sure thing. Hi, my name is Ralph Ressa.
There's a microphone. Here we go. We need some podcast etiquette here. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Oh, they can hear you.
Hey, everybody. My name is Ralph Ressa. I am so happy to be here. This is my third year in Nesconset Athletic Association. It's an honor to be here with all of these guys on the board and the committee members. The amount of dedication everybody has here, it is absolutely awesome to be a part of. For me also it's special because when I was a little kid, I grew up and played in Nesconset Athletic Association baseball for probably about a good 12 years as a youth. So to see it now and what it's become of that time is absolutely incredible. And thank you for having me here.
You got it. How about the Italian Stallion?
Rich Massa. I'm the VP of the league. Been doing this for longer than I care to admit. Probably 5-6 years now.
Yeah.
Been on the board.
2019.
Since 2019. It's great. I mean, you couldn't be happier to be working with this group of guys. Everyone is just a real straight shooter and really only have the best interests of the kids and the league that we're all looking out for. So I'm looking forward to a great year coming up.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Vice President. Now to coach the other guy. Look at how he's situating himself. There you go. That's a little bit better. Why don't you? Yeah.
Coach the other guy, also President Rick Nasta, by the way. Most of you just know me as Coach the other guy, and that's perfectly fine. I like it. So just looking forward to a good year this year. So 50th anniversary.
Now,
good things happening.
I will say before we go to, by the way, everyone's favorite interview is without a doubt is Bill D'Amato over here. But before we get to Bill, I will say that everyone I think is so impressed with how articulate you are for public speaking. You're a great public speaker, Rick.
That's false.
So with public speaking in mind, let's go to our next guy, probably the most famous board member as far as on this podcast is concerned. Bill, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi. I'm Bill D'Amato. I've been on the board for as long as Rob. I don't even know how many years is that now.
I don't know.
So 5.
5
years.
5 years. And I'm looking forward to having a great season. It's always fun working with the kids, and that's about it.
Bill, I will say you are one of the most requested coaches.
Oh, that's always nice.
I will also say I have no idea why, though.
I know why.
But no, it is true. You are one of the most requested coaches. It's amazing. Yeah, you do a great job, man.
That is that's nice to hear.
Yeah. All right, and then this next guy right over here. There you go. How you doing, Matt?
All right, doing well. Everybody, Matt Lordahl, I'm one of the newer members of the board with Ralph. I've been with Nesconset, I think 3 or maybe 4 years at this point, and since joining the Nesconset community when we moved here about 4 years ago, we look forward to all of the events that the Nesconset Athletic Association puts on. It's grown to be a foundational element, quite frankly, of our family, and is something that I'm excited with Ralph to continue the great legacy over the last 50 years of the league into the next 50 years, and it's an honor to be a part of it.
Matt, I'm so glad to have you here. Did anyone ever tell you that you have a face for radio?
Yes. And I'd like to keep it that way.
Well, my name is Rob Taramina. My kids first joined the league in 2014, and we've just been fully immersed in all things NAA ever since. And you know what, Matt, and if we can actually use this to transition to a really great topic, you just said something pretty special there, and you were saying that like NAA has become like part of your family in a way, right? Like, can you just like expand on that? Because I think a lot of families who get to that year 2 or year 3, they start feeling this way. And what is that feeling? Why do you think, what contributes to that?
Well, for us, yeah, if you look at all of the friends and the people we spend the most time with, it's the people that you get involved with in the community with your kids' sports and the kids' activities. And, thankfully my kids have really enjoyed their time in all of the activities that NAA puts on. And part of that enjoyment comes from the parents being involved. A lot of times at the field, at a T-ball game, you're not there necessarily to watch an excellent T-ball game per se, but you're there. Yeah, that's hard to believe. But when you're there at the games, it's really about the families interacting and really growing that relationship so that when you do grow older and the kids do become better at baseball, and it does happen, then, you have this like really tight bond, and, we hang out. Part of the reason why I'm here with Ralph is because I consider Ralph one of my best friends in the community, and I as a coach as well as a board member have sort of gotten that relationship with really every family that I've been involved with in the league, which is just an amazing thing.
That's really adorable that you guys have that kind of bromance.
They should save that for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I actually
Cue the hearts.
Cue the hearts, right? No, but you make a good point, and that's something that like we always try to tell everyone. Like once you get to like that year 2, year 3, something special happens, and you really start making those great relationships. You connect with not just friends that you already had, but you're making new friends, and they become sort of part of your family. So it's very, very cool. Mr. Italian Stallion, I got a question for you. You have to come back into frame here. There you are, Mr. Italian Stallion. Now, you've been a part of the league for a long time. Well, obviously even longer than you've been a board member. And I remember back in the day, goodness, what were the Iron Pigs? What was that first team?
No, that was the Raptors.
The Raptors, right? So, but that was like predates what we have now. Like back in the day, we were named after minor league teams, I think, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Let's go back, because I know these guys now, they're just doing T-ball. Let's go back to that, that very first year. I don't know if you can remember that far.
Oh, I do.
Because you're getting up in years.
I coach your triplets.
That's right. So you were my kid's first coach.
Correct.
Actually. So let's go back to that first year. What made you sort of land on NAA? Why did you decide I'm going to coach? Like what made that decision for you?
So I always liked coaching, and I had the opportunity to do that for my youngest son. And I heard more positive things about NAA than other local leagues, and it seemed more in line with what we value as a family and kind of what I valued as a coach, and the community aspect that we put into that was into the league at that point in time. And I think we've kind of fostered that as we've moved forward.
I think, and I could be wrong here, but I think that, for families that have young kids, I'm not talking about the new families that enter where they have the older kids, but the families that come in that are new, I think they're, number one, do you think they're like on average newer even to the community, right? And they're looking for a league that they can sort of like get their kids to connect with other kids, maybe that's not just school, right? For some people. And I think that they're also looking for something that matches sort of that same type of like culture that they have at their own home, right? And I think that was for you. That was for me too.
Yep, 100%.
Listen, growing up, like I played baseball. I couldn't wait for my kids to finally play. And when we were like, my wife Googled it. I didn't even do it. I don't know about you guys. Like I remember my wife Googled it, and we like talked to like one person, and the one person said, "Oh, don't even look anywhere else. NAA is awesome." And so we're like, "Okay, we're all in." And we never look back, on that topic. And Bill, I'm going to go to you. I'm going to shoot this over to you right now. Now, earlier I know I was joking around, but it's a legit compliment, and we have to know why this is. Why do you think so many families, when they register their kids, they say, I want to be on Bill D'Amato's team?
I just think I work well with little kids. I get along with them, and they're all, I don't know.
You have a lot of kids, by the way.
No, I have 3 boys.
You have 3 boys.
Yeah.
They span.
I've actually been in the league probably as long as these 2 guys.
Right, you've been in the league for a while, and I feel like, and we always joke around, like whenever we have meetings,
Edit that,
that you're like the lifelong T-ball guy.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Are you finally out of T-ball this year?
Yes. No.
Oh,
yeah,
he doesn't even. Maybe.
No.
Maybe he's still in T-ball. People.
I did coach pitch last year, and now
Okay.
this year is kid pitch.
Okay, awesome.
Which is a whole nother horror show.
Yeah, I think that what you do great is you just create a really fun environment for kids. And I think you're very just upfront and realistic with parents as well, which is I think parents respect.
And laid back.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're very, very laid back.
Most of us here.
Yeah, and actually I'm gonna ping pong this one actually to you on that point as well.
Yes.
Let's see if I can get you. There you go. Rick. Now you just said like he's laid back, and you maybe that's a quality that just stands out, and parents just feel a lot more comfortable having their kids on your team because of that. Let's talk a little bit about our mission as it relates to that style, right? We got a lot of programs and we offer a lot of little different things, but something to learn, play, and grow. Our mantra is learn, play, and grow, creating opportunities for all kids regardless of skill and experience. And how important do you think it is when we get our new coaches and we're talking with them for those coaches to also have this similar approach that Bill has?
Yeah. I mean, I think we always stress in our coaches meetings that this isn't the World Series. This isn't, no one's going pro at 6 and 7 and 8 years old. And then the key is just to get them to want to play baseball and softball again.
Yeah.
To love
Right?
the game.
Love to play. Love to come hang out with your friends. Yeah, one kid might be building a sandcastle in the infield, but he might like doing that, and he'll probably come back because he's like, oh, I'm here with all my buddies, all my friends, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's a big thing.
Well, it isn't, because I know one of the things we want to do is create good memories for all the kids, so they want to come back and play baseball. I mean, we want to give them something fun to do. And, by the way, I've seen just about all the coaches we have coach. I mean, especially Bill is a very, very good example of it. It's about making it fun for the kids.
Yep.
And it's about making sure that they are enjoying themselves. Oh, and by the way, they learn a little baseball while they're at it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Another thing, and you can touch on this first, and then I'm actually going to have this one go to you, is I remember was it last year we were talking about how do we make some of those younger divisions, like second grade, that can be let's be honest. Second grade is a hard division. This is when the kids are first pitching themselves.
Yep.
Yes.
It's boring for the parents to watch.
It's tough.
And it's really frustrating for the kids because it's challenging because now they have to play baseball. Right. But I remember we were all discussing, we're like, what can we do with that environment to make it more entertaining, more fun, where the kids, when they're going, they finish that day really positive. And this, I think, also makes us unique. We changed the game of baseball in that division, right? Let's talk a little bit about some of the things that we did for that particular group, and then I'm going to have you go because we made a bunch of changes with T-ball as well.
I think we all agreed that 2 hours of a walk fest is too long.
Yeah.
It's tough for these kids to throw strikes, right? There's an umpire. It's boring. It's tough to get through. So we all agreed, 90 minutes, in and out, and the last half hour, maybe you just play a game, right? Like play running bases, play, what do we call it when you chase each other? Rabbit.
Yeah.
Rabbit, or, throwing the ball off a ball that's sitting on the tee 20 feet away. Right, like in the kids, I think we started there. The kids liked it, but I think the parents loved it the most, being 90 minutes and not having to be like, oh my God, is this gonna ever end?
Right.
So, I think it's helped. I think
Tremendously.
the feedback we got from it, from the coaches and the parents, all were like, this was great.
Yeah, the best sort of like proof of concept of that change was the fact that, second grade is one of those divisions around Long Island where you have a heavy drop off because it's after that age that kids will, be like, oh, this is not for me, and I'm going to go to soccer or I'm going to go to another sport. And we saw something different, and we're already seeing that this year as well. Will the third and fourth grade division for us be healthy?
Yeah.
Right. And proof of concept, So far this year, the 3rd and 4th grade division is the largest division, proving that the changes we made in 2nd grade, because now those kids moved up, had a great time, right? And so ultimately, what is our job as a local community organization? To provide opportunities for all kids, make them excited, and we are contributing to a more healthier environment where kids want to do stuff, right? So let's talk a little bit about T-ball, and then we can move on to opening day and 50th anniversary, because that's what everyone wants to hear about right now. But with T-ball, we talk about it a lot, like the younger divisions are so important, especially for an organization like ours. This was a couple years we came to you and we're like, hey, we need to make changes with T-ball. We've got to build T-ball. We want to create more opportunities for families that have little kids. What can we do? And you put pen to paper, right? And we came up with some good ideas.
No, we did. I mean, I think the one idea that's really spread and gone on really well is at the end of every game, we decided we were going to take the game ball and give it to the one kid that maybe had the best game, maybe showed the most hustle, maybe showed the best sportsmanship. And, I remember when Matt and I were coaching, we would talk about this at, the last inning. We're like, all right, who gets the game ball today? And instantly that caught fire where the kid's like, I want the game ball. Well, you know what? You want the game ball? Try your hardest. Like, well, what if I'm not the best? You don't have to be the best. Do your best. And, if you do that, you'll probably get the game ball. And every T-ball team that caught fire to, it made its way to 1st grade. Same thing. The kids again, I want to get the game ball. I want to get the game ball. It hyped them up where they all played their hearts out, and they loved it. Yeah. And that was just one small change that I think, has made it a lot more fun for those kids. Yeah.
I mean, so tying these things together, like Rick said, when you're 6 years old, you're not going pro. No. Mm-hmm. And so
pro at 12 either.
You're not going pro at 12 either, right? And so what's the important thing? And making kids just excited about the game, wanting to go to the field, and also not wanting to leave. I don't know about you guys. One thing I noticed that was a big change last year over the years past. I noticed families were staying at Browns Road Field longer. Their games were over, and I noticed they were hanging out more.
Yeah.
The playground was packed. It was running around. The field was packed, and you got to ask yourself, all right, why? What's different? I think we're creating a better environment, and people don't want to leave.
Well, no, I mean, my opinion on that is, when you make it fun for the kids, then that also makes it more fun for the parents. They're more inclined to socialize with each other than dealing with maybe a kid that's not having a good time or throwing a temper tantrum. Now, they want to get him out because, okay, my kid's not having a good time. But when you make it fun and the kids are having a good time, well, guess what? They want to stay. And the parents, well, as long as their kids are having a good time, they're going to interact with each other. And I think that's why you see this is such a strong community, because we enable that to happen.
100%. The votes are in as well. I've been hearing a lot of people buzz about this. They can't wait to see Rich Massa in the dunk tank. So I think he's going to be first. What do you think, Rich? Are you on board for that?
That's a long time away. That's a long time away. A little too cold.
A little bit too cold. So let's talk about opening day. Now, we have not discussed and we've not put out what is going to be going on opening day. We have been discussing behind the scenes. Let's reveal some stuff right now. And I guess we can go around. Anyone can volunteer, but let's talk a little bit about opening day, what we're talking about, what expectations are, what maybe there's a lot of families that have never been a part of it. Let them know. Paint a picture for them. We've got a lot of new families already signed up. So let everyone know, what is opening day like?
So just to say, I mean, one of the things I always found was the coolest about opening day is just the parade all the players go through. So, the two fields.
Hold on. Let's talk about the parade. Who was a vote of not doing parade? Okay.
Not?
Yes. So, all right, I'm sorry for cutting you off because I love revealing truth, right? And so I remember this was 2019. We were meeting. I think it wasn't just the four of us. There was maybe one other guy at the time.
There was some other.
There was maybe two other guys there, right? And we were talking about the parade, and I'm like, oh, we got the parade is awesome. We got to bring the parade back. And I was like, oh, no one's gonna resist this. Everyone loves the parade. And then all of a sudden they were like, nope. I vote no. I'm like, who votes no for a parade?
Yeah. By the way, I think this was 2021.
I think you're right. Okay, I think you're right. Yes, good point.
We didn't have it in 2020, and we're like, me and Bill were like, well, I can do without the parade. I
can skip marching in the cold.
Honestly,
yeah, well, that's true.
But in all honesty, the kids love
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
I mean, the older kids maybe not so much, but they still do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of them still do it.
Yeah, I get it. I get
Right? The
everything
young
down
kids
there.
love it.
They do love it.
So-
It's a really cool time. Listen, the fire department comes down, law enforcement comes down, shut down the road, and I mean, the kids get to cross over 347. Like the one thing that never cross over 347. The kids are like, yes, I finally get to do it. It's exciting.
Cars,
And there's
cops.
hundreds of people that participate this. And Matt, something that was it the first time last year or the year before that we did the drone?
Last year.
No, 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
You're perfecting it now, though.
I am. Yes. Yeah. No. It's
Practicing over the
the parade just in general. Growing up as a kid, I remember we used to do a similar type of thing. It was something that we always looked forward to. For some, despite the weather being cold, it seemed to signify like a change that everybody was excited for. You're kicking off the baseball season. Like, who doesn't like opening day? And
Right.
Just the amount of attention and importance we give it just transcends to the kids, and they feel like superstars, honestly, for that parade, that moment. We talk about closing roads now, being escorted by police and fire, and getting to the field and having this very grand ceremony. It just gets kids excited. And I every year that I've coached, every single kid has come down. They're excited. They usually have a game right after, and it's just an awesome kickoff to the year.
It is cool
for the season. Yeah.
My favorite moment last year of the parade was the Grand Marshal. Do you guys remember the Grand Marshal at all?
Grand Marshal Bill.
Grand Marshal Bill. What do you think? You think this is going to be 2 years in a row for you?
No. I think it's time to pass the baton.
Pass it off to someone. Rich, you are definitely our liaison to all things town officials. Do we have any special guests you think that's going to be joining us this year?
Yeah, we'll have the town supervisor will be down, some of the town board. We'll have some of the people from the county will be down as well. Vinny Puglia will be down there. And I think we'll probably end up getting some state people down as well. I think
Oh, you're kidding.
we're trying to
wow.
get Senator Matera back down as well this year. It's the 50th anniversary. It's going to be a really big event. The one reveal that I can kind of give is we're going to lean into celebrating a lot of the former NAA people. So we're bringing down some people that played in the league 25 years ago and board members from the past and really kind of celebrate the legacy that those people left from all those years ago and bringing us into today. So it's going to be a cool day.
Yeah, I mean, listen, anything that can live on for 50 years is a big deal. And the fact that this has been a staple in this community, it shows how important it has been to families over the past 50 years. And, you're a great example of this because you are on the board now, but you also played in NAA back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Let's date yourself a little bit. When did you play in NAA?
So my first season of NAA was 1986.
Oh, that's a great year.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Rich, that's a great year, 86.
Radio.
That's right?
Next time
Why
we
is...
win the World Series.
That's right.
Go Yankees.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate that. Way to ruin the moment. Go ahead.
Yeah, but, I played from 1986 through 1999 when I graduated from high school, and it was every year in NAA. And, when you look at some of the traditions that we have, the parade was every year. The closing barbecue ceremony, that was every year. We always did that. And to see it now from just my perspective in 2025, knowing that we still do that is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's also got to be somewhat emotional. Like for me, like I can't go back that far. I don't have that kind of connections. I go back now 11 years. But even 11 years to see, I remember like Rich, like you were my kid's first coach when my kids are 4 years old. And now my kids are in high school.
Had hair.
And
Just like me.
yeah, you can fix that microphone, by the way, so we can hear you a little bit. But yeah, no. I mean, listen, a lot of things have changed. For example, we've all lost a lot more hair. Although I don't think you'll ever lose hair. You're never going to lose hair. Yeah, maybe a little bit grayer, right? But yeah, it's a little bit emotional. It's amazing, and being in the league 11 years, like we've been here for a while. The kids that were in the older divisions. I mean, these kids now are in their mid to late 20s. Have families of their own. And it's pretty wild. And, our job as people who are on the board is being good stewards of the position that we're in, or the roles that we have, to making sure that when we leave a great footprint. We leave it better than when we found it. And that's how this thing lives on, forever. We've all contributed to that. And, for the guys that are like a little bit newer, you're going to get to see this. And your job is to make sure you just continue this momentum, because NAA, it represents, it represents community. It's more than just baseball and softball. It's a vehicle for bringing communities together. That's the sappy stuff. We could talk about that some other time, but it is really a special thing. Let's talk about, and we're going to close with this 50th anniversary. 1975, 2025. It's a long time. The only thing that has lived longer is Rich.
Yeah.
Wait, is that actually true?
I'm 72.
Years old.
Years old. But yeah, I mean, that's a long time, and a lot's going to be coming out with regards to that history. We've been talking with a lot of the old representatives of NAA, people who played in the early days, people who found the league in the early days, and some great stories are going to be surfacing that we're going to be sharing with you guys over the next few months. There's going to be great some news articles in the papers. It's going to be great. But let's talk about 50th anniversary, what our responsibility is. What have we been talking about and doing to make this year different, more special? Because it is special. We should be doing something a little bit more for the community because of this. So if anyone can take this one, what are some things that we've been discussing to make 50th make 50th great?
I mean, Rich already mentioned bringing back a lot of the board guys.
Yeah.
From the past, and not only that, but that includes anyone who played in NAA. You can feel free to come down for the day.
Yeah, we have a form.
Hang out.
Find the form. We want you guys to fill it out because we'd love to include everyone into this special event. What the uniforms? Let's talk about a little. You're the uniform guy here, so talk about the uniforms.
So we're doing a little bit of a throwback retro type uniform. We're gonna have a special 50th anniversary patch on it, which is really nice. This isn't quite uniform related, but there's going to be some special 50th anniversary merch where people will be able to buy some hats and t-shirts and whatever. And it's just, it's kind of got that, the uniform kind of has that throwback feel to it of the 70s type Little League look, which is really neat.
Basically, all of us who grew up in the 80s, 80s, 90s, maybe early 90s, your uniform will have that kind of feel. It'll be the same as what you remember as a kid.
Yeah,
including stirrups.
Oh, you said it. I'm glad that you're telling me. Yes, we're bringing back the stirrups.
We're just, and Rick lost this battle, rightfully so. We are not bringing back the foam hats.
I was just gonna say that. I'm like, let's do a vote right now, a public vote. Who wants the big foam trucker hat?
Foam hat with the sponsor on it.
Yes. Oh my God, we all remember that.
That's the only thing we're not bringing back.
Yeah.
Those things are hideous.
Oh man, yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of great things throughout the year. It's not just about opening day too that's going to benefit from the 50th anniversary, but throughout the year we're going to be incorporating a lot of other different activities to honor the 50 years, and it's going to be awesome. Now, what are the things though? There's some staples things that we've done over the past couple of years. We're not getting rid of them, right? Let's just really quickly reassure everyone. Things like the All-Star Game and whatnot. Are we still having the All-Star Game? Is it for Quad City? Are we still going to have playoffs? Things like that.
I think I'm the only one who can answer that, maybe, except for Rob. But yes, Quad City, basically any grade 3rd, 4th division up will have playoffs and All-Star Game at Flynn. It'll be May 30th. I expect basically the same as last year, if not better. So, mark May 30th.
Mark your calendars. Mark your calendars. Yeah. We're going to close out by doing something pretty special. We're talking about the 50th anniversary. We're going back in history, a little bit nostalgic, right? And what better way to kick things off and get a little nostalgic than opening up an old school pack of baseball cards. What do you think, guys? So I have
Do
here.
I have to chew the gum?
Yeah, everyone has to chew the gum, without a doubt. And
I feel great from this.
so we've got ourselves some 1988 wax packs from my personal collection. I'm gonna let everyone. You could choose whatever you want, so you can go around the room first. I'll pick last. It doesn't matter to me, really. But opening up a pack of baseball cards for me. I'm 44. I'm going to be 45 in April. This takes me right back to being a kid. This is synonymous with being a kid, playing baseball in my local league, hanging out with friends, and it just makes me smile. It's just kind of a cool feeling. So I figured, you know what? Let's treat these guys to a nice little pack of old
By the way,
school.
zoom in on the gum. It looks
Yeah.
exactly the same.
It has not changed. What type of
35
chemicals,
years.
preservatives?
35 years in a wax pack.
In a wax pack. So we're all gonna, I guess, eat the gum together before we actually go through the cards here. Let's see here.
Dennis Eckersley, I think.
Mine's still like perfectly intact too. This is crazy. All right, I'm going. I'm
It
going
leaves
for
a
it.
nice little stain on the cards. from sitting
Look at that.
there.
I'm tapping it. You could
Bill got Dennis Eckersley.
just to show people like how hard this thing is.
It's more like a cracker than a piece of gum.
I already
Right.
did it.
Yeah, Bill,
My
you can
God.
have mine.
This
A little
is bad.
ASMR. Oh, that is absolutely disgusting.
Terrible. Absolutely horrible.
Oh my god.
Tastes like 1980.
It legitimately though just disintegrates like just powder.
Chalk.
So,
Ugh,
but anyway, so we're all gonna open up some baseball cards.
this is horrible.
What are some of the chase cards here? What's the rookie cards we want from 1988?
I got a Rafael Palmeiro.
There you go.
Are you serious?
That's a pretty good one.
That's a big deal.
This is horrible.
He was on
What?
the Cubs? I didn't even know he was on the Cubs.
So anyway, I highly recommend for if you guys were our age, you definitely love opening up some baseball card packs, and you probably have them. Take out your cards, go down memory
Hey,
lane,
just manage.
I feel
Go
like
out
my husband is a manager
and get
so
your
much.
kids a pack of baseball cards now. You can get them from like a Target or anything like that, right?
Here you go. We'll break one up from the 80s. Here's Sid Fernandez for you.
No way. After Met, that card belongs to Rich. She's a big Mets fan.
Yup.
But yeah,
was a dud.
get your kids a pack of baseball cards and sit down and explain it to them and let them open it. It's fun. I mean, it's part of being a kid. I think every kid deserves to do this. Although the price is different. I remember when I was a kid, packs were like a quarter or 50 cents.
That was in
Remember
like
the
the
cellophane?
80s.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
40
Yes,
cents
that's when
right
I-
The
there,
90s
Oh,
were like
look.
$1.
Thank you.
There it is.
Yes, you can see. It literally says 40 cents right there. 40 cents per pack
Yep.
in 1988. I remember that.
I got the doc.
Oh, man. That's when he was actually still good. I got Pat Tabler. Why is it the names were so weird back then and they're not now?
George Brett.
I have
That's a good card.
Pat
It's
Tabler.
like in his 100th year now.
Keith Comstock. Hey, I got Paul O'Neill.
What'd you say?
Really?
This
That's
is
a
a
good
family
one.
show. Right?
Yeah, this is actually Paul O'Neill's rookie card. Boom.
Wow, there you
Is it
go.
really?
Yeah,
is he with?
I'm pretty sure because there's not enough at bats in the other years. I think that's his rookie card. We can look it up.
Ricky Anderson.
My pack was a dud, so I'm gonna go for another one.
Oh, he's opening up another pack.
That means you got to chew another
Why
piece
does
of
it
gum.
say
Nope.
Don
That means
Mattingly?
Bill's got
it.
No,
Danny
I
Tarnable,
Mattingly broke whatever record.
I came in with
Roger Craig when the managers used to have their own card.
6
I'll
straight
go
slam
with
of the
one,
year.
too.
Got it.
Bruce Ruffin. By the way, isn't it nice how they're just helping themselves to my packs from 1988 sealed wax packs?
This was the worst year for baseball. Cards.
Oh, well, listen, it's not about what you get, it's about opening them. And
you
who
remember
you're
playing-
opening it with.
Yes.
Do you remember playing wiffle ball in your backyard?
100%.
That guy doesn't
Being
look like he
like,
could be
I'm
good.
gonna be
100%.
the A's.
Ready? And I'd be
You
like,
go to your card,
ninth
you got,
inning,
I am
2
Dennis
outs,
Eckersley.
bases loaded, and I am whoever.
Dennis Eckersley.
Ting! Or I'd be like, oh, foul ball again. Or, oh, strike 3. Nope, whoop.
you'd
I
be
heard
like,
a tip.
"Sub."
Do it again.
Sub
Right.
pinch hitter.
Gus Pollitter.
Tony
Look
Gwynn,
at
though.
Don Sutton.
Oh, there you go.
Hey,
Tony
nice.
Gwynn.
Dude,
Good
this
one.
guy.
Tony Gwynn's rookie card, I think, is 79. I don't know.
Look at
I
Don
could be
Sutton
wrong.
in this picture. He looks like someone's grandfather.
Oh, he's like
man.
50 million years old in that picture.
Except he's like 36.
Oh, gosh. Dave Concepcion.
Oh, I think I had him in my last bag.
This is another dud.
I got Steve Trout. Look at that. Steve, good old fashioned
funny? I don't remember
Trout.
half
Throw.
of
Oh,
these
he's got a
people.
curveball grip right there.
Here you go. Lou Piniella, manager of the Yankees.
Oh, there you go.
All right, we
By
got
the way,
Baltimore Oriole.
Mike Maddox.
Really? Greg's
Maddox's
brother.
His brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick didn't know that.
We got. Are you serious?
No.
That's terrible.
And he
We,
ended up being a pitcher.
Why would I know Mike?
we got
Maddox?
Ripken
Greg
and
Maddox
Eddie
was ridiculous.
Murray on the Orioles leaders card. That's a cool card, actually.
Danny Cox.
Junior Ortiz.
Thinking of,
Jeff Ballard, Eddie Williams,
By the way, I got to hold the card like
Phil
35
Garner,
feet in my face.
and Jay Tibbs.
I'm like, okay.
Ed Romero.
Right. The eyes are a little bit different than it was, 50 years ago for you.
Dude, these cards are just
Horrible.
Yeah, like
together.
legit cardboard
Mustaches,
cards.
too.
Unlike, what they look like now.
It's the residual left over from the gum.
Yeah. But now packs are like $20.
Really?
No.
yes.
Yes.
$20 a pack.
Mhm.
Because they've limited the supply
Mhm.
and they charge $20
Yeah. It's crazy.
for
Yep.
like 8 cards.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah.
This is pretty cool though.
If you watch some of those ones they open up nowadays, it's like
It's insane.
It is.
one card's like this thick, and it's got,
Right,
like,
it's
look,
true.
It's got a piece of
Candy
uniform in it.
Right, there's the jersey cards and
Seems
the
real.
merch cards, memorabilia cards, whatever it is. All right, guys, we're going to continue, I guess, just, finishing opening up these cards. Thanks for joining us on the Panthers Podcast. We are the NAA Board. We're looking forward to an amazing year with everyone. And as always, please tell more people to join NAA because this is really a family-centered organization, and we do everything we can to make sure that your kids, regardless of skill and experience, have an opportunity to learn, to play, and to grow. Would you guys like to say anything else?
Don't ever eat the gum.
That's actually really good advice. Don't eat the gum.
See you opening day.
We will
Opening day.
see everyone opening day. Take care.